All right, everybody, welcome to the end of the year episode of Gwarsenio's High School CD Booklet Review. I just filmed the King Diamond cover right before this. If you didn't watch it, go check it out. It was really fun. We're pains in the asses, so we covered No Presents for Christmas on Halloween last year, and this year we did Halloween on Christmas. For this end of the year episode, we thought it would be fun to do something a little different, so I'm going to be ranking the albums that I listened to this year from my high school CD booklet on a scale of the best to worst cell phones that 2006 had to offer. So the top tier is the Sidekick 2, obviously. Then we have the Motorola Razr, the LG Chocolate, the Palm Treo 700, and of course the bottom tier, the Motorola Peanut Phone. I don't actually know what that one was called, but for some reason, it was every Midwest kid's first cell phone. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first album that I listened to was Avenged Sevenfold's Sounding of the Seventh Trumpet. To be honest, I thought it was charming, but I'm probably never, ever gonna listen to this ever again in my life. But again, the drumming was really sick. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun to listen to a band that ends up that talented. Like, whether you like them or not, they're really talented. To hear their roots is really, really hilarious. So I'm gonna go Palm Treo 700. It's not the worst, it's not unlistenable, but it's a little oof. Also, this painting looks like it's gonna get lasered off the album cover. So moving on, next up we got Glory of This. I'm never gonna listen to this ever again. I also just realized their name is probably really Christian. I'm not going to listen to Glory of This ever again. I'm going to listen to Poison the Well if I want something like this. So, you know what? Glory of This, it's going in the bottom. Like, they're talented, but they're not for me. Going in the bottom. Next up, we got Of Montreal. I surprisingly liked this album a lot. I thought it was really fun. The thing with this album is I'm going to be embarrassed to listen to it in public because if anyone hears Wraith Pinned to the Mist or whatever, they're gonna think I'm listening to Outback Steakhouse commercials. So, because of that, it's not getting top tier. It's gonna get, it's a Motorola Razr, all right? I'm a little fuzzy on the order of these things, so I'm gonna guess that next up was I Brought You My Bullets by My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance is fun. They say this album sounds like the soundtrack to Skinning Your Knee when you fuck up an ollie. It's great. So it's getting they have better albums, so it's going Motorola Razr. Next up, we have Atreyu. It's PG-13 metalcore. I don't know. I feel bad, but I had a lot of shame listening to this. Much more shame than Of Montreal. So guess what? It's going Motorola Peanut Phone. Atreyu, I'm sorry, you're lovely guys, but I felt like I was gonna get canceled by track 6, so it's Motorola Peanut Phone. Next up, we got Under Oath, and honestly, it was a pretty impressive album, but it was a little boring, and it reminded me how easily someone can get me in a cult, so I'm going, it's gotta go LG. Like, I respect the riffs and the idea of this album, but I'm Jewish. I can't listen to this shit. Next up is Bury Your Dead, Beauty and the Breakdown, and honestly, I had a great time listening to it. It was my first hardcore album, so I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I also I don't know, it's an ass beater. What are you gonna do? Sidekick 2! Bury Your Dead, first Sidekick 2, hooray. Next up, we got Dimmu Borgir, I don't know how to pronounce this album, but it's awesome. It was great. It's really over the top. It's very silly. It's my first black metal album. It was fun. What do you want from me? It sounds like riding a horse. Sidekick 2, Insort Diable. Next up, we have Between the Buried and Me, The Silent Circus. Even though I think that the album is fucking awesome, and it was my first technical metal album ever, and it got me into a lot of like weird shit, and I think it was really important in the scene. I don't see myself realistically ever really listening to this album again all the way through, so it's going Motorola Razr, even though I think it is sick. I only have so many 9-minute songs left in my life. Next up, we have Crimes by the Blood Brothers. I respect everything this band did for queer people in hardcore, but it's annoying. Next up, we have Scary Kids, Scaring Kids. I don't remember it. Next up, we got AFI, Black Sails in the Sunset. It's the best punk album I've ever heard in my entire life. Get out of there. Get out of there, Bury Your Dead. Get out of there. It's number 1. It's the best. Next up, we got Samhain 3, November Coming Fire. And it's top tier, man. I love Danzig, and I think that this is the album that people should draw inspiration from. Top. It's going to Sidekick 2, but it's going behind AFI because there are Danzig albums that I would probably rather listen to, but there is no AFI album that I would rather listen to. Next up, we got Aiden's Rainin' No. Peanut Foam. Next up, we got Bleeding Through, This Is Love, This Is Murderous, and it kicks ass, man. What are you gonna do about it? The Boondock Saints quotes are funny now, so I can still enjoy it. And I can't understand what he's saying most of the time anyway, so the lyrics don't matter. Sidekick 2. Next up, we got AFI Sing the Sorrow, and it's going in the top, man. It's incredible. It inspired my guitar playing, my songwriting. It's an incredible combination of many different types of music. Tops. It's top tier. Next up, we got Throwdown's Haymaker. It's an album full of heaters. It made me understand why people watch UFC. Top tier. Next up, we got Taking Back Sundays, Where You Want to Be, and I don't remember listening to this, so Next up, we got Korn's Follow the Leader. A lot of people think it's the best Korn album. I don't know, man. I was a little bored, and the rapping is whack. It's getting LG. Next up, we got From Autumn to Ashes, and I forgot this one. I forgot what it sounds like. A lot of beige album covers up in here. I gotta give it, I don't know. I don't remember it at all. I also don't remember the Palm Treo 700, if I'm being honest. So they're going together. Up next, we got Maylene and the Sons of Disaster. And even though it is another mega Christian album, I had fun. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's fun. It's getting Motorola Razr. I might listen to Tough as John Jacobs again. Up next, we got 18 Visions, and it would have gotten top tier for Tower of Snakes alone, but I also I like the rest of the album too, so here we go. Whoop! There we go. Up next, I think we got Foo Fighters, and dude, I still love this album. I still listen to this album. I have this album on vinyl. I think it's great. Top tier. Sidekick 2, baby. Next up, we got Coheed and Cambria, and dude, it rips. What are you gonna do? The album's great. I also had a lot of fun this time listening to all the lyrics. And the horses gathered round and read me a book. Next up, we have Shadows Fall, The War Within, and I think this is the most underrated modern metal album ever. It belongs up there with Alive or Just Breathing, and As Palaces Burn. It's incredible. We're going top tier. Up next, we have The Acacia Strain, and I think this album has not aged very well. So, I'm sorry, boys. And now we're down to the final 4. We got Slipknot Self-Titled, He Is Legend, AFI December Underground, and Taste of Christmas. We're going to start with Slipknot Self-Titled. It's a great album. It's also not a new metal album. It's a hardcore album. Slipknot is a hardcore band. They look like Rob Zombie's whoopee cushions, but they're a hardcore band. Now we have the Taste of Christmas, and I want to put it in Motorola Peanut Phone because of that fucking John Lennon cover. But, dude, Chris Massacre is the fucking funniest prank of all time. And I also forgot to talk about Jungle Balls by Skin Dread. And that song is insane, and it's also very funny. I forgot about that band, and I don't know, dude. They're fun. So, because of Chris Massacre and Jungle Balls, Taste of Christmas is getting Motorola Razr. Just for those 2 songs. Please don't listen to anything else. But giving away Pete Wentz's phone number is so funny. Up next, we got He Is Legend, I Am Hollywood. I never gave this album a fair chance when I was in high school, and I really should have, because it's a lot of fun. I had a great time talking about it with Drew, but I'm still not going to put it in the top tier, because honestly, if I'm going to listen to He Is Legend, I'm going to listen to something from It Hates You forward. I just am. They become the band that I want to hear on those albums. So for that, I'm giving I'm Hollywood just the top of Motorola Razr, like a red one. You know what I'm talking about? And finally, AFI, December Underground. They're so talented. You can't get around it. And so even though this album is not my thing, I can't, it's not a peanut phone at all. So it's an LG chocolate. All right? I think that's fair. Also, you know what, dude? I feel bad about putting a Treyu in Peanut Phone. You know, they're Palm Treyo. That album's got riffs. They're shredding. Brandon can sing his fucking ass off. It's Palm Treyo, all right? But yeah, that's the ranking. My top albums of this year from my CD case. We got AFI, Black Sails in the Sunset, Sam Hain 3, November Coming Fire, AFI, Sing the Sorrow, Bury Your Dead, Beauty in the Breakdown, 18 Visions, Obsession, Shadows Fall, The War Within, Throwdown, Haymaker, Slipknot, Self-Titled, Coheed and Cambria, In Keeping Secrets of the Spaceman Thingy Whatever, Foo Fighters, Self-Titled, Dimmu Borgir, I can't pronounce it, and Bleeding Through, This Is Love, This Is Murderous. Thank you all for joining me and for watching all 30 of these fucking episodes. We'll see you next year for even more embarrassing albums. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on social media. And you know what? I might keep this mustache. I kind of like it.
It's 2 minutes to late night!